Hello? I'll try again. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you to Central Tech for the Mayor's School cricket launch. Being active is important to our well-being. I love to see all the students here demonstrating the sport of cricket, which is dear to my heart, as my uncle played for the West Indies international cricket team. I would now like, thank you. I would now like to welcome our MC, a man who needs no introduction as his body of work speaks for itself, a former TDSB student and CBC host, Mr. Dwight Drummond.
Good morning. You know, after what happened to our Leafs this year, we do need to talk about a different sport, okay? Are we here for some cricket today? I want to welcome everybody to the 9th annual SEMA Mayor's School Cricket Tournament for 2019 and the announcement and presentation of the prestigious School Cricket Awards for 2018. This year's tournament is generously sponsored by Canadian Tire, the Jumpstart Foundation, and Sport Check, and we do appreciate their support for this growing sport of cricket. Now listen to this. With their support, this program has reached over 6,000 young people just like you across the GTA in 150 schools. So I'm going to call out the schools now. You have to make some noise for your school when I call it out, all right? You ready? Jean Vanier Catholic Secondary. Father Henry Carr Catholic Secondary. Blessed Sacrament Catholic School. St. Maria Goretti Catholic School. Precious Blood Catholic Elementary School. Blessed Cardinal Newman Catholic Secondary. Where's Cardinal Newman? They're not here. Cosburn Middle School. Sir Ernest McMillan. Humberwood Downs. Smithfield Middle School. Sir Ernest McMillan Senior Public School. Woodbine Middle School. West Humber CI. And I know they're here because I played with them this morning. York Memo. Lester B. Pearson. Mark Garneau. Agincourt CI. And East York Collegiate. Round of applause for all our schools here today. And our first speaker this morning is a man. Did you see our mayor out there? He's pretty good, isn't he?
No, he's not.
I was surprised. He rolled up his sleeves. He got a couple of hits. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome to the podium our mayor, Mr. John Tory.
Well, good morning, everybody. Come on now, you can do better than that. Good morning, everybody. I'm happy to be here, and Dwight, thank you very much for your kind introduction. I was a little weak today. I think it's because the bowlers were trying to really put as much heat on as they could, but I should tell you I had an experience, I guess, just about 2 or 3 months ago with what I was told was Sani Mir, her name is, the world's best female cricket bowler, and she went easy on me, and I probably got 8 out of 10 hits off her bowling, but I think she was trying to make me feel better. But you know, what's been great for the city and great for me as the mayor is for lots of us to learn about the game of cricket. Because I think in Toronto, while there are people here like my friend Andy Pringle, who's the chair of the Toronto Police Services Board, who had the chance to play cricket when he was in school, lots of people didn't. People didn't know the sport. When I used to watch it on TV, I found it pretty confusing because you weren't really exactly sure what was going on. But thanks to this event and the event that follows later in May, each year they have people come out and learn to play. And so I've learned to play a little bit and learned to understand the game, and it's a great game. And this tournament, you're in one that seems pretty big, and it is big because now it involves 150 schools across the GTA. But when this tournament started, just 7 or 8 years ago, there were only, I think, 10 or 15 schools. So it's grown a huge amount. And what's great about that is that it's grown into schools where a lot of the kids had no involvement with cricket at all before. And that's in the city that is like ours, where we have people from all over the world that have come to live here, their parents or themselves. It's great that we learn sports and music and culture that come from other countries around the world, because that's what Toronto's all about. And now there are thousands upon thousands of kids, some who've lived here for generations, their families, others who are newcomers who are playing cricket with each other, getting to know each other, getting to know about each other, and that's what's so important about this tournament. I want to say, as I've said to a number of you that I've met in the last half hour since we've been here, congratulations, because you're here today because you are winners. I think everybody who played in these tournaments are winners, but you're here because you achieved particular success in the tournament, and I think that's fantastic. Hard work has paid off, and sports is like anything else. The more you practice, the more you play, the harder you work, the better you do. And that's just a lesson that's a great life lesson. And in order to have the chance to play a sport like this and to do it as well as you're obviously doing already, I think is a great thing. I want to as well say thank you to a number of groups of people who've helped to make this tournament and make this game as fast growing as it is. First of all of the coaches and teachers and volunteers who help you. I think you should give them a round of applause because of all the time they put in. Yeah. Secondly, the people who sponsor this tournament. You already heard mentioned Canadian Tire and Sport Check and the Jumpstart Foundation, but in addition to that, we've got CIMA, which is an organization of professional accountants who have been so loyal to the game of cricket in Toronto every year, and the event that we have at the end of May is something that they're very much involved in as well. And the two of the biggest school boards in Toronto, the Catholic District School Board and the Toronto District School Board, also get behind this in a very significant way as school boards, and I think they should be given a round of applause too. Two more groups of people I want to mention. Well, one is an individual and one is a group. I want to mention the City of Toronto because our Parks and Rec staff and the people who look after our parks, they are the ones that help keep the cricket pitches around the city in a state of good repair and work very hard to make sure you have a proper place to play. And I know we have to do even better at that because as the game grows, we have to have more places to play cricket, and we're working on that constantly in the city. And last but not least, well, second last, I want to say, where did Tom go? Tom Mahalik. Where did he? Oh, there he is, right there. Tom Mahalik. You don't know Tom, but any of you, because you're getting to that stage in life where you're going to need to go and get some clothing, go to Tom's place down in Kensington. It's the most unbelievable place you've ever seen. I don't think there's a store in Toronto that has more clothes in it. There's a selection for everybody. Isn't that right, Dwight? Yes. Absolutely. There's more stuff there than you've ever seen in your life. And Tom has been a great supporter of this. And last but not least, I want to just say thank you to the parents and the caregivers because they, I'm sure, encourage you and support you and drive you and all kinds of things like that that allow you to not only get good at cricket but to participate in the tournament. And so I'm very proud to be associated with this, as I will continue to be every year for as long as I have this job and after. And if you want to really punish yourselves, you can come out and see me play on the team that we put forward at this event at the end of May at Sunnybrook Park. We always lose, but we give it a good try, and that's a great lesson in life as well. It's not whether you win or lose, although it is a little bit. It's how you play the game. Anyway, congratulations to one and all, and thanks for having me here today.
Thank you, Mayor Tory. Next, I would like to call in Helen Burhane, Chair, CIMA Canada.
Thank you, Dwight. Good morning, everyone. I'm happy to be here, and on behalf of CIMA Canada, I would like to welcome everyone. Thank you. On behalf of CIMA Canada, I'd like to welcome everyone for the launch of the 2019 CIMA Mayor's School Cricket Tournament, and congratulate all the cricketers and the coaches that had played and had a successful tournament last year. Sport has no barriers, and it's a universal language that brings people together. As a mother of young, active children, I very much value and appreciate the positive impact and influence that sport brings to the growth and development of our kids. Whether it's cricket, soccer, hockey, basketball, the list goes on, it's important that we make sports accessible, inclusive, and available to the youth in our community. CIMA is proud to have been part of the Youth Cricket Initiative in the GTHA. Launched in 2011, the school cricket has evolved and become very successful as a result of many organizations and individuals that have believed and supported the initiative. I'd like to take this opportunity to first thank the Mayor for his long-standing support in the program, and CIMA, the Parks, Forestry, and Recreation Department for allowing us to use the city facilities. Our special thanks to Janie Romoff, General Manager of Parks, Recreation, Richard Owens, Director of Parks, Howie Dayton, Director of Community Recreation, for their leadership, and Blaine Felix for the providing logistical support. We sincerely thank Mahesh Vikramasinghe, Head of the Canadian Tire, for arranging sponsorship over the past 10 years and making this possible, and also Jumpstart Foundation. With their support, over 6,000 kids have had the opportunity to play cricket through the program. We would also like to thank the TDSB and the CDSB for coordinating today's event. The school boards have embraced the program and have helped us to prosper the relationship we've had with them in developing this program in the schools. We especially thank Principal Lisa Edwards and the staff at Central Tech for letting us use this wonderful facility today. And it's a great pleasure to be here. And also, I wish you all, the players and the coaches, to have a wonderful season. Thank you. And next, I have a special message from the Minister of Education, the Honorable Lisa Thompson. She's not able to attend today's event, but has sent us this message that I will read. To the attendees of the launch of the Mayor's Cricket Program for the Canadian Tire Trophy 2019. On behalf of the Ministry of Education, I'm pleased to offer warm greetings to the participants and community volunteers attending this year's launch of the Mayor's School Cricket Program. It's a true pleasure to congratulate the school cricketers who excelled in 2018. Your dedication, hard work, and team spirit will take you far in both sports and studies. I would also like to thank the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, CIMA, for coordinating this special event, and the group of devoted community volunteers. Education is about more than just learning in the classroom. It's also about fostering a supportive environment that inspires and motivates students to work together towards a common goal. It's about building the skills and confidence they need to be successful, compassionate, and engaged citizens of tomorrow. We know that research shows that student participation in physical activity leads to a lifelong engagement and well-being. That's why our government is investing more than $500,000 over 3 years to increase opportunities for students to participate in recreational activities and sports at school. I would like to commend the City of Toronto for working in partnership with CIMA and school boards across the GTHA to provide a cricket program that has engaged thousands of school children from diverse communities. Please accept my best wishes for a wonderful event. Sincerely, the Honorable Lisa Thompson, Minister of Education. Thank you.
Thank you, Helen. Now, you're wearing the iconic logo across your shirts right now, and it's a spot many of us go when we start playing sports to get the gear, and they're a big supporter of this event. At this time, I would like to call upon the Executive Vice President of Canadian Tire, Mahesh Vikramasinghe, to say a few words.
Thank you very much, and I'll stick to a few words. Canadian Tire is always proud to encourage and support sport across Canada, and I think many of you have seen in many areas of sport that we support, and we continue to do that, and I'm proud for us to support this event, and we have been involved in cricket for quite some time. And thank you for participating in this, and I hope you guys enjoy playing cricket for a long time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mahesh. Now, when you're at Canadian Tire, you get the Canadian Tire money. You see there's a Jumpstart thing. You get to put it in on your way out of the store. Well, our next speaker is president of the Canadian Tire Jumpstart Charities. I'd like to welcome Mr. Scott Fraser to the podium.
Okay, quick as well. Hi, folks. Hey, everyone. It's great to be here on behalf of Canadian Tire Jumpstart Charities. Our mandate is to help young kids get into sport and play. And we are, so pleased to be connected with cricket. In fact, it's our fastest growing sport across Canada. Last year alone, we had close to 3,000 kids, new kids get into the sport. So it's a great sport. We're happy to be part of it. We're happy to be connected with CIMA, and we've been doing it and involved in communities for numbers of years because, like everyone here, we believe that being involved in sport does great things for the mind, great things for your health. So for everyone that's here today, good luck, in pursuit of this year's championship. I know you all do well. Keep playing sport because it does great things for you. So thanks on behalf of Canadian Tire Jumpstart.
Now, I'm told I missed a couple of schools earlier. David Amira Thompson here? No? How about Dr. Marion Hillard? All right, there. That's who we missed. That was good. You guys are very good out there at making noise. Let's make some noise now for our next speaker, Mr. Andy Pringle, Chair of the Toronto Police Services Board. And not a bad cricketer himself.
I wish.
I saw you out there.
I wish. Thank you, Dwight. Good morning, everybody, and let me say how delighted I am to be here as well, representing the Toronto Police Services Board, and also joined by my board colleagues, Mayor Tory, whom you've already met, but also Ken Jeffers. Ken, you might just wave. So we're delighted to be here to help celebrate the 9th Annual Mayor's School Cricket Awards, and as you heard both from Dwight and from Mayor Tory, this is an extraordinarily successful program. Started in 2011 with 10 schools. 9 years later, it's got 150 schools and over 150 schools and over 6,000 people. And you just heard from Scott about how much it's expanding across Canada. So it's great, and congratulations to all the organizers, sponsors, and Renil and others for just a tremendously successful program, and congratulations to all of you for participating in it and enjoying it. The Toronto Police Service has been involved, I think, since the very beginning. In fact, one of the trophies or items in my office at police headquarters is, I think, the first cup from the first match of the Mayor's Cricket match, and it's been there obviously since 2009 and holds a place of prominence. And I think it's one of the great things from a police point of view, from a community point of view, is how important it is to develop sports like this. And over the years, the service has embraced this sport, which enjoys global success, and it's really great in harnessing and bringing together communities for an atmosphere of fun, friendship, and activity. Cricket has the power to engage the community, to build and strengthen bridges, and to act as a conduit in a dialogue for all people of different backgrounds across the community, and particularly for young people. So cricket is truly a sport of universal appeal, and it's so fitting, I think, that we embrace this in Toronto, whose motto is diversity our strength. It embraces the dynamic and the skills of this sport. Cricket is enjoyed in so many countries around the world, and it's wonderful to see in our city with so many players from all corners of the world and all walks of life participating in it, and it's great to see how quickly it's growing and how well it's doing. I'm delighted that the Toronto Police Service, as I said, has been involved since the beginning, and we're delighted to see the growth of our Toronto Police Cricket Club, and they're to be commended rather for the hard work that they've done over the years and the growth of that organization. The club is a wonderful demonstration of teamwork, of camaraderie, of athletic skills and ability. There are a number of members, I understand, here today, and again, I want to congratulate them. But we see this from a police point of view as very much working with communities, as a chance to engage with the communities, and through this game to reach out and be more involved with people in the community, and an effective tool for outreach, engagement, and even, believe it or not, for recruitment. So I hope that this event and this activity, which has proved so tremendously successful over the last 9 years, continues to grow at the pace it has. I think there's no better way to bring young people together, as Canadian Tire has emphasized, than through sport. And so I think it's very important for the well-being of our future in this city that we embrace events like this and see them grow. And on behalf of the Toronto Police Services Board, I want to again congratulate all the teams that are participating, to particularly thank the sponsors and the supporters, SEMA, Canadian Tire, and the others. And I also want to especially thank the organizers and the coaches and Ranil and his team and the people that all make this happen. So congratulations and thank you very much.
And also representing the Toronto Police Services Board, I'd like to now invite Mr. Ken Jeffers to the podium.
Thank you all and good morning and welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to thank everyone for coming out here today, and I'll just be very brief. You know, they say that if you don't understand your history, then you wouldn't understand the present. I just want to give you a little bit of history here about how all of this came about. I'm very proud to be part of with Ranil and Seema in initiating, and Tom in initiating this cricket initiative. And how many of you know that before hockey, cricket was the national sport of Canada? There you go. That was part of the history. And the city of Toronto has been the forerunner, has taken all the steps to ensure that cricket was a major part of the sports of Toronto. And the city of Toronto, through the mayor's initiatives, and with Ranil and Seema, we ran a number of programs. The city of Toronto is the first city in the whole of Canada where cricket was an integral part of the summer program. And we had young people, young girls, young boys, and coaches who came through the system. Some of them worked at the city of Toronto in coaching cricket. So so the city of Toronto has been a major part of the growth of cricket here in this Canada, actually. So I want to say thank you to all of the coaches, to say thank you to the school boards, because you will have an opportunity to compete, to go to England. We've been to England a few times, the UK, at Lord's, to Sri Lanka, to Trinidad and Tobago. So all of this has been possible because there's a lot of support here from the sponsors who you've all heard about. And I want to particularly thank Tom. I have one of your cricket blazers. Thank you very much. And so Tom has been tremendous in supporting this throughout the year. So again, I want to thank all of you and all of us here today for making this a wonderful, wonderful launch. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ken. Next up, I'm gonna call Tom up, but before I do, I'm gonna share a quick story with you. So we had the cricketers come from Trinidad last year, and they were trying to do some sightseeing in the city, and we're trying to get some tickets to take them to the CN Tower, and didn't have the funding. Who stepped up and provided the funding? The man who steps up for community causes all the time, Mr. Tom Mihalik. I know that's where I shopped when I started out in my career, and I needed some suits. That's where I went, and he continues to support initiatives in the community. And now I'd like to call him to the podium to say a few words from Tom's place, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Mihalik.
Thank you very kindly. I can only say a few words. I don't like to make long speeches. I'm not very good at that. But I would like to start thanking the mayor, His Worship the Mayor. We have one of the best mayors in the world, and he does shop in my store. Not only that he shops in my store, most of his family shops in my store. We have a community store. We've been here since 1958, not far from you. As a matter of fact, a lot of people don't realize this, but I did finish high school. I did come to Central Tech, then I went to Central Commerce. Less competition for the girls. This was a tough school, was a great school, and the sports in this school and the kids that came to this school, they're all great hockey players. Once again, great hockey players and great hockey players. I tried to play hockey, and I realized that I always ended up on the ice. And the hockey sticks I used tried to get up from the ice. Every time I played on any sports at Central Tech, I was always an add-on. you guys can't have Tom. Please take him. That's how I was at Central Tech. I realized that my best place is at 190 Baldwin Street selling clothing. That really suited me. Really, really suited me. Renil Mendes phoned me about 10 years ago or so and said, we would like to dress some young boys to play cricket, and we're going to take this team to London, England. I was very excited because nobody ever phoned me that I should be part of a team. I said, Tom, this is your big chance, your big opportunity. Take some pictures and show it to your children that yes, there was somebody also wanted you to be on a team. Renil, I can't thank you enough for giving me this great opportunity. And every time I look back on the years that we did go to London, England, and to Lord's, I always think of myself that I did something good. Cricket is a great game. It's one of the greatest games in the world. And the city has always been behind you. Our mayor, John Tory, is one of the best mayors we ever had, and I can attest to that. I'm not just saying this because he's a customer, a fine gentleman, a fine family, and as long as he's mayor, the cricket fields will always be kept up. There's no cricket fields that I've been to where I said, wow, look at how run down this is. Thank you very kindly for your great work, and I appreciate the opportunity, and I'm going to go practice some hockey now because the Maple Leafs need a player like me that can always fall down in front of the net. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, our Leafs could use you. Next, I would like to call to the podium to bring greetings from the TCDSB, Dan Koenig, and the chair of the TCDSB, Maria Rizzo.
Okay.
Mayor Tory, special guest, teachers, coaches, sponsors, and in particular, students. My name is Maria Rizzo, and I am the chair of the Toronto Catholic District School Board. And with me, right here, is Trustee Norm Di Pasquale. He is the trustee for this particular area. And our Associate Director of Academic Affairs, Mr. Dan Koenig, and he also serves on the African Canadian Advisory Committee. It's an honor to be here with so many cricketers. Is that a word? Yes. Okay, good. I've been asked to say a few words, and I promise I won't be long. But now, many of you might be wondering what kind of person would come here who doesn't really know anything about the world of cricket. Well, I tried to ask myself that question, and I don't have any cricketing achievements. I can't bat, I can't field, and I have no balance as well. So, what can I do? Well, maybe I could get away with a corny joke. So, does anybody know this? What is a bug's favorite sport? There you go. What is it? I knew you knew that. So, in the age of the internet, I asked myself, what could I do so I wouldn't look completely stupid? So, I'll tell you a little secret. I Googled Cricket for Dummies. But the Cricket for Dummies book said, cricket is a team sport. The team which scores the most amount of runs and gets the other team out wins. Well, that sounded pretty simple to me. And then I thought about why I would be here and to say a few words. And it's like the players here. I know how to be a team player. I had lots of practice, just like you practice at what you do so well. And when you're part of a team, you stand up for your teammates. Your loyalty is to them. You protect them through good and bad, because they do the same for you, just like family. But secondly, I also learned that cricket is one of the most popular sports in the world, played by millions in over 100 countries and cheered by billions. It truly is an international game that represents the diverse culture of our city and our school boards. And I am so passionate about protecting the heritage of hundreds of cultures in this city. And finally, the reason why I'm really here is to say thank you to the volunteers, to the teachers, to the coaches, who offer their time and energy to our school communities and make these opportunities for our students possible. And today we celebrate some outstanding individuals who are being recognized for their varied accomplishments and their dedication to athletics and education. And a special thank you to the sponsors, and it is with great pride that I send a shout out to the school I represent and the winners and champions, Blessed Sacrament Elementary School. And on behalf of the trustees of the Toronto Catholic District School Board, I offer my congratulations to our award recipients. Thank you, everyone, and God bless.
Let yourself come down.
One second.
Just quickly, I just wanted to say a couple of words. This morning, God works in mysterious ways. So this morning, I know I'm picking up my daughter tomorrow. I'm bringing her home from university. I needed a toolbox, a toolkit. Where do I go? At 9 o'clock this morning, Canadian Tire. They give me the money, I walk out, and I see the little box for the Jumpstart donation. That's where I dumped it. That's where I wanted to put it. Why? Because I know what they do and what they provide for individuals is so, so important. So I want to thank them. I especially want to thank our coaches, our organizers, Everton, Oswald. Tremendous help for organizing these events. And one final note, Jean Vanier. You struck me out last year. This year I'm coming back. Thank you.
Next up, I would like to invite Mr. Singh now from the TDSB. But I saw you batting out there, and Peter, you look like you knew what you were doing. Ladies and gentlemen, the Executive Superintendent from the TDSB, Mr. Peter Singh.
Thank you. I'm here actually on behalf of our Chair, Robin Pilkey, and Director, Dr. John Mawai, who couldn't be here today to bring the greetings. And after that, I just wanted to introduce myself that I'm actually one of you because I love playing cricket, and I played cricket a lot. And growing up in India, actually born in India, grew up in India, wanted to play for India. But family moved to Canada in 1987, so no more cricket. Couldn't even watch, couldn't even read. You see the ATN channel? Mr. Chandrasekhar, I met him after 1991 when Pakistan won the World Cup in Australia. Said, Sean, love to see cricket the way we see hockey and baseball on Canadian channels. He goes, Peter, wait, give me a few years. Right now we have 3 cricket channels, 24 hours in Canada. That's up. That's ATN. You got to watch it to encourage the young kids to actually watch the cricket. How many batsmen in the house? Just few? We need more batsmen. Any bowlers in the house? Cool. Any wicket keepers in the house? Cool, cool. Any all-rounders? Pretty good, pretty good. You know, one of the sad things this year, the ICC World Cup is happening in England. For me, the sad part is we don't have any Canadian team in there. So 2019, 4 years more, 23, and then comes 27. You know, some of you sitting in this room are going to be playing in 2027 World Cup somewhere for Canada. We've been there. We lost a few times, but you guys are going to carry this flag forward. I think the time has come. It's not just going to be hockey or ice hockey or anything else. Cricket is the second most popular sport worldwide after soccer. When a cricket match is on, it's close to almost 1.5 billion people watch it around the world. I'm one of those crazy ones too, my family will tell you that, because they always argue and fight with me when the cricket match is on, they can't get to the TV. So, first thing I do when I get up every morning, I have to check the cricket score. Doesn't matter where it's being played. That's how crazy I am in my personal life around cricket itself too. The work I do at TDSB, I look after actually the technology part for TDSB. So anything that's related to techie, technology, computers, myself and my team looks after for TDSB itself. TDSB is one of the largest school districts in the country. We have 245,000 students who come to our schools every single day. So it's pretty impressive. And to see cricket grow over the years and TDSB's commitment, it makes me proud to be working at TDSB. With that, I'm going to take a pause. I know I can continue for next half an hour talking about cricket stories, but I'd love to see you guys play for Canada. 2027 is the goal. Let's get to that World Cup. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. And I think he's right. I think some of you in this room will be playing this game on the world stage. Now it's time for what we've all been waiting for. Are you guys ready for your awards? At this time, I'd like to say goodbye because I got to run to work. So I will see you guys on the news tonight on CBC Toronto at 6 and some of the other stations too. It's great to see the media here supporting our young people and this game. I'd like to call on Mr. Vinod Sharma now to hand out the awards.
Could we have the stage party come to the front to give the award? I'd like to request the stage party to come to the front to start giving the awards. Now to make sure that this part of the program runs smoothly, I'm going to be calling 4 schools at a time if they can start lining up for the awards. And we'll give the medals to the coach so they can be distributed, otherwise it will take a very long time. So I'll start with middle school girls champions, Cosburn Middle School. Middle school girls runner-up, Sir Ernest Macmillan Senior Public School. Spirit of Cricket, Humberwood Downs Junior Middle Academy.
Take the awards and go there for picture, right?
Yeah. And middle school boys champions Smithfield, if they can all